behalf of the Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University and on behalf of Association of Mutual Funds in India, I would like to welcome each and everyone for this national level webinar on financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and securities market. We along with our registrar has thought that there must be an awareness program which we shall extend not only to our students but also to the community, to the society and to the larger stuff. So we have extended it to the national webinar instead of restricting it to our students or the scholars. So on behalf of our department, on behalf of the university and on behalf of Association of Mutual Funds in India, I would like to first and foremost welcome our today's chief guest, that is Professor Mallikarjunappa T, Professor in Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, Nitte, Udupi. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Vatpati. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome in absence our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor B.K. Tulsimala, Madam. She is really an inspiration to organize this kind of an webinar. Also, I would like to extend my gratitude and welcome to our Professor B.S. Navi, sir, Registrar, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University. Thank you for your presence, sir. Welcome you.
Thank you so much.
Further, I would like to extend my welcome to Professor H. Chandrasekhar, sir, in his absence to this webinar. And further, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Dean and Chairman of Department of Commerce and Management, Professor Mallikarjuna NL, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Chandru. Thank you.
And the key person for this webinar, that is Sri Suryakant Sharmaji, Senior Consultant of All India, Association of Mutual Funds in India. I would like to welcome you on behalf of our department and university, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I am honored.
Thank you, sir. And also, I'd like to welcome Ahmed, that is coordinator of Association of Mutual Funds in India. Welcome you, sir. Further, I would like to welcome all the participants who have shown their keen interest to join this particular webinar, and a special thanks to our scholars and students who have joined this webinar. With this welcome note, I would like to just give a brief introduction of why this particular webinar have been organized, or what is the core intention of organizing this webinar. As today, the financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and security market in India have witnessed a significant growth and development in the recent years. Because of the financial sectors is expanding rapidly, fueled with the factors such as a growing middle class income, increasing disproportional income, rising financial literacy level throughout the India. As a result, the demand for financial services and expertise has surged, opening up a new avenues for the individuals, building rewards careers in financials and securities market. With this, we have thought to give awareness program for the students as well as the scholars and the community as well, with respect to the career opportunities available in the financial and securities market. So with this, now I would like to request Professor Mallikarjuna NL, sir, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chandru. Good morning. Good morning, all the respected chief guest, and in absence of our Vice Chancellor, Madam, and our today's chief guest, Mallikarjun, sir, and the keynote speaker, Suryakant Sharmaji, and our respected registrar, Professor Navi, sir, and also registrar evaluation, Chandrasekhar, and also the co-convener of Chandrasekhar Matpati. Actually, this topic is very relevant to us because we are in the name of the Women's University. What we thought in the schools and colleges for especially for empowerment of women, it all depends on the individual first. But in terms of financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and mutual funds and security market, it's all depends on the individual decisions, how they're supposed to make their career, having the more knowledge in particular field. Especially when we thought of in the classes, we need to make them understand to the students, saying that we need to understand in depth of one word, it's called learning. When you bifurcate L separate and earning separate, the foundation word is L. It's play a more important role for every participant and every individuals, including us. When you are learning, automatically the earning will run behind us. The most probably we need to understand this concept and we need to identify the values in the market. For example, you can take the example of lawyers and lawyers and also doctors. Each and every doctor, they're fixed in the different visiting charges. Even advocates also, they have a different charges. Why I'm giving this example? Because of they studied in the same university, same professional, same teachers taught the subject, but the individuals, they have a different fee structure because it's all depends on their values and identification in the market and the word of mouth, whatever they have experienced and their knowledge and the learning and the ethics. Main thing is ethics, especially in terms of financial empowerment. We need to have some of the ethical principles to adapt in our life and come up with very long period of earning. So having this, I will congratulate all the participants and you can share the knowledge and you can ask the questions. So remaining few hours and at least you can learn something on the basis of the earning. So thank you very much for everyone for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for the valuable words, sir. Now, I would like to request Nikita to introduce our chief guest today to the gathering. Nikita. You are there, right?
Hello, sir. A very warm good morning and welcome to one and all present at this virtual gathering. That is a national webinar on financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and securities market, organized by Department of PG Studies and Research Management, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University, Vijayapura, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India. To address today's webinar, I would like to introduce our chief guest, a renowned personality in management field, Professor T. Mallikarjunappa, KS Hegde Institute of Management, Nidde, Udupi. Sir has a very rich experience of more than 40 years of teaching at PG level and research. His area of interest are financial management, accounting and SAPM, risk management. Sir has also worked in key roles of various universities and is associated with various reputed journals as an editorial board member and reviewer. He also holds memberships of many committees, governments, and other professional bodies at national and international levels and various university bodies. He had been a visiting scholar of Warsaw University, Poland, and a visiting faculty at International University. He has got numerous awards by national and international bodies for his excellence and commitment towards teaching and research. He has been awarded as Editor of the Year 2008 by Ames International Houston, USA, and also the Best Researcher of the Year in 2018. Sir has more than 500 research articles to his credit, out of which more than 150 have got published at national and international journals and books. He has also delivered special lectures, keynote addresses, and at more than 90 refresher course and MDPs. We are very thankful to Sir for his kind acceptance of our request to be a part of this webinar as a chief guest. Once again, I would like to welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yes. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Now Now I request our chief guest, that is Professor Mallikarjunappa sir, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. One or two responses. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Very good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm extremely happy to be inaugurating this webinar on securities market and career opportunities. First of all, let me thank the Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University for calling me and asking me to inaugurate this national webinar. I have been associating myself with this university for quite a long time. Professor Madhpati, Mallikarjun, and all the faculty members who are working there have been my good friends, and Vice Chancellor also I personally know. So let me express once again my gratitude to the Women's University for asking me to inaugurate this national webinar. The resource person of today's national webinar, faculty members, dean, and my dear participants. The securities market is the topic which is very, very dear to me. You know, until the internet technology started evolving, we had physical trading, and you talk of any type of problem, I think all the investors have experienced all these problems. After the internet technology started evolving, thanks to the technology, thanks again to the penetration of technology to the rural areas and also to the remote corners of the country, we have been able to get almost the real-time data on the securities prices at any place that we are sitting, at any place that we are working. Not only in India, but also globally. Even a person sitting in London can view what is the price of a security traded perhaps on the National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange. And significant reforms have taken place in the Indian securities market, especially from 1992 onwards. After India initiated economic reforms, a large number of reforms have been initiated in the Indian securities market, and mutual funds are no exception. Thanks to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, the number of initiatives that the government of India has taken, the Reserve Bank of India has taken, Ministry of Corporate Affairs has taken, and then the associations like AMFI, Association of Mutual Funds in India, then investors, voluntary associations have really played significant role in ensuring that securities market in India become highly transparent, then become one of the best in the world. What we are talking today in terms of, say, price recognition and then volatility control, and many of the things that we started talking after the derivatives market was introduced in India, has been in existence in India even before 1992 economic reforms. But they were in a different form. If somebody thinks that derivatives market started evolving in India from 2000 June, if you go back to the 1990s decade, 1980s, 1970s, Deshi version of derivatives market was existing in Bombay Stock Exchange. It's a different issue that there was no transparency in this, but the fact remains that we had derivatives market in India. Even if you go back to 1950s, India did have derivatives market. In terms of commodities market, forward market commission, when it was established, it was majorly established for regulating the derivatives market in the commodities market. But the derivatives market, as is known today, started evolving from June 2000, when Bombay Stock Exchange introduced Sensex futures on 9th June 2000, and National Stock Exchange introduced Nifty futures on 12th June 2000. So Bombay Stock Exchange is the forerunner in introducing the formal derivatives market that we have seen. It has been the forerunner for Deshi version of derivatives market that was known to Indians for decades. Then tech-savvy exchange, National Stock Exchange, today has overtaken Bombay Stock Exchange in terms of the trading volumes. And when you come to the trading volumes on the derivatives segment, more than 99% of the volume is accounted for by National Stock Exchange of India, and only very, very few transactions are happening on Bombay Stock Exchange. It's a very good area for the researchers to find out why derivatives market segment has not really taken off in Bombay Stock Exchange, but it has been a resounding success on National Stock Exchange. In fact, the futures market accounts for the world's second biggest market volume-wise. The Indian market accounts for the second biggest. And again, in the derivatives market, thanks again to the active participation of the associations, voluntary associations, investors' activism, and then the role played by AMFI, we have really seen significant, once again, reforms that have taken place. And we have introduced futures on the indices, futures on the individual stocks, then options on the indices, options on the individual stocks. Therefore, today we have not only derivatives on selected indices, but also derivatives on the stocks which are very, very active. Not all the stocks have derivatives in their segment, but most of the active stocks have been on the derivative segment of Bombay Stock Exchange and also National Stock Exchange. Therefore, if you see the reach and if you see the volume, and once again, if you see the type of data that AMFI has been rolling out over a period of time, and look at the number of investors who have entered into the mutual fund industry, and again, the amount, AUM, assets under management, if you see, it has seen manifold increase in the amount and also in the number of investors over a period of time. This is a testimony to the active participation of the ordinary investors. Of course, it again remains that a large number of Indian population is not even aware that there is a derivatives market. There is a stock exchange and securities are traded on stock exchanges. So a lot more needs to be done, but nonetheless, a significant portion of the Indian investors have really come into the securities market and they have been actually participating. Therefore, I would say for the students and then youngsters who enter into the securities market, who want to enter into the securities market, if you are looking for career opportunities, the first best career opportunity is not to seek any career outside your own entrepreneurial ability. The best way you can seek your career is start making your own investment when you are students. I would not suggest you to put large amounts, but at least you should start, opening the trading account, opening the demat account, and start trading in a very, very small way. Suppose you are losing the amount while trading and also investing, take that as a tuition fee for learning the nuances of the securities market. If you are able to earn profit, don't become over enthusiastic and don't start betting in the securities market, because that is the worst thing that can happen to any person at a very young age. Therefore, my suggestion is be very cautious. And if you start making investments wisely, and that too as students, if you start making analysis of the securities that you have been studying, maybe for your own classes, I'm sure that is one of the best career opportunities that you can create for yourself without depending on any outside agency for you to recruit. Suppose you feel that you want to work for some time and then I want to start my own entrepreneurial journey as an investor, you still have the opportunities. I'm sure all of you are going to the bank branches. When you go to the bank branches, banks are no more remaining as the traditional banks today. They would ask you whether you are interested in investing in the mutual funds. They will distribute the mutual fund products to you. They would say you can go for systematic investments, SIPs, and you can start with as low as 500 rupees a month, and we would enable you. You can give one standing instruction. If you have your trading account, demat account, and then if you start making your own investment in the form of SIP, banks will enable you. So go to the banks, they have the mutual fund products, and you also have the financial advisors who can come to your own doorsteps and educate you in a little way about the different investment avenues that are available to you. So if somebody is coming to you as a financial advisor, you as students who have studied the securities market can also become the financial advisors. That is one of the career opportunities that you have. Then I said banks are distributing the mutual fund products. So if banks are distributing the mutual fund products and the products of maybe IPOs, FPOs, and all these things, you as somebody who is active in the securities market can also take the career opportunities of distributing. If you become an investment advisor, you can also distribute these products. Then gone are all those decades, I would say, when somebody could say that I would invest in any company that somebody in Gujarat suggests. Today, almost all the investment houses are looking for the analysts, and research has become very, very significant part of the securities analysis today. So analysts today are tracking the way in which the companies are performing, the way in which the prices are moving, and then fundamentally, which are the best companies, technically, which are the companies which we can trade, and how are the indices moving technically. Varieties of research is being conducted, both on fundamental way and also in the technical way. Therefore, as students, if you become experts, let's say in the fundamental analysis and technical analysis, you have the asset management companies which are looking for these types of talents. The youngsters who are talented today can find their place in the research institutes, and asset management companies are looking for these types of research-oriented graduates to analyze, track, and also build the portfolio of the best stocks. So there are any number of individuals today who are looking for constructing a portfolio, who are looking for managing a portfolio, who are looking for entrusting their own hard-earned money for you to make and create wealth for them. So as students, you would get these opportunities if you start learning all these things, and also if you equip yourself as the best graduates who would analyze and also let people know that these are the best opportunities that you can create. Maybe on short-term basis, if you are a short-term investor, these are the technical analysis that I can roll out. If you are a long-term investor, these are the companies which are fundamentally strong and are likely to do well. So you have the opportunities. I think I would stop it here because you have the resource person from Amphi who would be giving the keynote address. I would also be very keen on listening to this. In summary, I would say that you have any number of opportunities as career. The best opportunity I have told in the beginning, you can become an entrepreneur by yourself and start making your own profit, start earning your own amount. I told you initially, if you are losing the money, that would be the tuition fee that you are paying for learning how to make analysis of a company, how to analyze a company, how not to invest, how to invest. This is a tuition fee that you would be paying. If you are in profit, don't become too enthusiastic and start betting and then doubling your investment in your enthusiasm to double the profit. You have to be very, very cautious. And if you ask me, should I go and borrow and make investments, or should I invest only the money that I have? You have any number of people who would say that you should not be borrowing any money for investing. But if you ask late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, he used all the strategies. Did he borrow to make investment? Answer is yes, he borrowed to make investment. Was he a long-term investor and looked for the fundamentals? Yes, he was a long-term investor and looked for the fundamentals. Did he go for technical analysis and make short-term investments? Yes, he did that. He was an expert in technical analysis, and in Mangalore, when we called him, he was making technical analysis of certain, stocks. So he combined all these things. He did borrow, he invested his own money, and he created wealth, one of the best investors. But unfortunately, he passed away last year. So it is very, very important that you become a disciplined investor. And even when you are advising taking up the career in the securities market, do not mislead the people merely because you are going to get some commission for the products that you are going to sell. That will not keep you well in the long term, because people will analyze you. Maybe in the short term, they would be enamored by the types of advice that you would give, even when you are misleading. But definitely in the long term, that's not good for your career. It is not good for the investors. So be very cautious and be equipped, study well, make your homework. And if you do all these things, I'm sure the sky is the limit. Start early. And if you start early and start making very, very small investments from the beginning, I'm sure by the time you come to your 50s, 40s, you will have created enough wealth for you to sit back and then start enjoying your maybe career, and then you will also leave some amount of wealth for your own children. So with this, let me wish the seminar all the best. I'm extremely happy to inaugurate this. I wish the national webinar all the best. And I also wish the best of luck for the investors. Have a nice day and may God bless all of you. And once again, I express my gratitude to all of you for inviting me and asking me to inaugurate this national webinar on securities market in a virtual mode. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for the wonderful advice you have given, sir, that to start investing at the earlier stage, so that in the middle and in the late stage, one can have a benefit of investing at the early stage. This I thank you once again, Professor Mallikarjunappa T, sir, for his valuable time and the advice given to us. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request our registrar, Professor B.S. Travi, sir, to give a presidential remark. As our keynote speaker would be speaking for an hour or so. So we thought to first finish off the presidential remark, then go back to the keynote speaker. So with your permission, I would like to request you to kindly give the presidential remarks, sir.
So thank you, and good morning to one and all present in this webinar. respected chief guest and inaugurator of this particular webinar, Professor Mallikarjunappa sir, the resource person of this webinar, Sri Suryakant Sharma ji, the senior consultant and a very good advisor, financial advisor through AMFI, which I have met long back, and I have organized once this kind of seminar. And Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Professor Mallikarjun NL sir, the coordinator of this particular webinar, Mr. Sabjar Ahmad, the co-convener of this national webinar, Dr. C.M. Matpati, the faculties from the Department of Commerce and Management, participants from the various parts of the nation, and my dear student friends. At the outset, I take the opportunity to congratulate PG Department of Management for taking initiation and organizing this beautiful webinar, which is going to be more useful to all of us, including the student friends. Why? Because presently finance is playing a very important role in everyone's life. As we say that without finance, we cannot do anything. So that the finance should be used intelligently and it should be taken care very seriously. And for that purpose, one should have sufficient knowledge and thoughts regarding this particular financial aspects here. And with that intention, the Department of Management has taken the keen interest and come forward to organize this particular seminar in association with Association of Mutual Funds in India. See, in a whole world, financial security and stability are very critical. It is crucial that each one of us take control of our financial well-being, and that is very important also, because as we are giving much importance to the financial aspect, we should have control on this financial well-being and financial activities which we are going to carry on. Financial empowerment is not just about accumulating wealth, because it is about gaining the knowledge, it is about gaining certain skills, and it is about having the confidence to make informed decisions about our money and how to build a strong foundation for our financial activities for the future purpose. I think when we were hearing the keynote address by Professor Mallikarjunappa sir, it was very wonderful, because sir has started with how the finance concept has been evolved, the development, and how the security market has been taken over, and what are the pros and cons of that particular securities market. He has taken the history and along with the development of it and how it has performed in the recent past and how we are going to take care of ourselves for doing our best in the securities market. And very importantly, he has pointed out that how one can build his career in the financial activities. When we want to empower ourselves in the financial matters, we should concentrate on a few of the aspects. In that, first important thing is it involves understanding and managing of our finances very effectively. That is very important. Why? Because one should have to create a budget, tracking his own expenses, and concentrate much on savings, both for the short-term and long-term goals. By taking control of our money, we can avoid falling into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck and instead create the financial cushion that provides us with peace of mind. And that is very important. For that purpose, we should understand and manage our finances, personal finances very effectively. Another important thing to empower ourselves is educating ourselves about the personal finance. Why? Because presently financial literacy is very important. Once we are going to get literate about the financial aspect, we can make better choices and avoid financial pitfalls. The knowledge which we are going to gain, that is through the various channels, various books, and even online sources from this kind of workshops, or even seeking guidance from the various financial professionals, is going to create awareness regarding this financial aspects here. So for that purpose, it is very important for all of us to get involved in these kind of webinars to get ourselves equipped with the financial education here. And also another important thing is, it is very much essential and required thing, that is to cultivate the mindset of abundance and long-term thinking. See, Mallikarjunappa sir was telling that if we are going to start invest in the present scenario, then at the late 40s, 50s and 60s, we are going to get accumulate with the huge wealth, and that is going to be useful in our later days. And for that purpose, long-term thinking is very much essential, and that we have to take care at present itself, so that investing at the early age is going to give larger benefits in the later ages. And for that, we should make our plans very systematically, so that financial empowerment is not only an individual pursuit, but also a collective responsibility. Because as a society, we must work towards creating an environment that should promote the economic inclusion as well as equality. So if economic inclusion and equality is taken care, then definitely we can get ourselves financially empowered here. And sir was telling even about the career opportunities which are available in the finance as well as security market. He was very beautifully explaining and elaborating the concept securities market and how one can develop his career. Just to state here, one can have a wide range of paths in the financial activities. That may be with respect to the investment banking, financial analysis activities, portfolio management related careers, financial planning as well as wealth management related activities. When we have to get involved in the risk management, securities analysis and trading, corporate finance, financial consulting, then fintech, as it is the recent development which is creating larger career opportunities to the present youth here. Because fintech professionals work on developing innovative digital solutions, and even for the financial services also. That may be with respect to the payment system, blockchain activities, robo advisory platform, and even for online lending. So these kind of activities are going to help us to develop our careers in the present scenario. So as far as security market and finance is concerned, the industry is very dynamic and evolving by offering a good amount of opportunities to the individuals with different backgrounds, skills, and interests. And therefore, it is essential to get involved in these kind of activities here. In a nutshell, without taking much of the time, why? Because the resource person is going to talk, address us on various issues and aspects. Just to conclude here, the financial empowerment is a vital aspect of our lives. By taking control of our finances, educating ourselves, and adopting a mindset of abundance, we can build a secure and prospective future. Let us embrace the power that comes with understanding and managing our money effectively. Together, we can create a society where financial empowerment is within everyone's reach. With this aspect, I congratulate once again PG Department of Management, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University, especially Professor Mallikarjuna sir and Professor Matpati sir for taking initiation and organizing this beautiful webinar for the well-being of our students. Thank you for giving me an opportunity and preside over this particular webinar. Thank you, Varanga.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
thank you
you
very
so
much for that wonderful presidential remarks, sir. Very interesting.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Really, it was a great address, sir. And I can just point out one thing that you said about the financial literacy will bring down the financial pitfalls. That is really very true. And that is what the main objective of organizing this particular webinar. Now, without taking much time, I once again thank you for your valuable time you have given to us, sir.
Sir,
Now,
thank you.
Now I would like to request Anusha, Research Scholar of Department of Management, to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Suryakant sir to the forum, please. Anusha.
Hello. A very warm welcome and a very good morning to one and all present in this national webinar on financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and security market, organized by the Department of PG Studies and Research and Management, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women University, Vijayapura, in association with Association of Mutual Funds in India. I am Anusha S. Nangondimad, research scholar in the Department of PG Studies and Research and Management, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University, Vijayapura. It's a very great honor and a privilege for me to introduce our today's keynote speaker, Shri Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant at Association of Mutual Funds in India and former Deputy General Manager, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Shri Suryakant Sharma is a commerce graduate and has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market, and had initially served in leading financial institutions. Thereafter, in the Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI. Shri Sharma joined Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, in 2003, and served there for more than 16 years in different departments at various capacities. Lastly, in addition to other responsibilities, in SEBI, he was in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern region for more than 5 years. During this period, he supervised more than 15,000 financial literacy and investment awareness programs across North India and addressed more than 600 investor awareness programs as a guest speaker. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, he has joined Association of Mutual Funds in India, an apex body of mutual funds in India, as a senior consultant for spreading financial literacy and investor awareness amongst citizens across the country. Sir was also a member of NCERT, working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses on mutual funds for students of class 11 and 12. He is also a mentor of few NGOs which are working towards financial literacy for investors and also creating investor awareness in the country. Since May 2019, Sir is actively interacting with lakhs of investors and potential investors through more than 500 investor awareness webinars and programs across country in reputed government organizations, corporates, startups, women-centric NGOs, and other organizations. We are very pleased to have you have such a versatile personality with us today. We are grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and devoting your valuable time for us. Thank you once again, and thank you all.
Thank you, Anusha. Now, before requesting our keynote speaker, that is Suryakant sir, to start, I would like to request all the participants that if you have any queries, any questions, you can just put it in the chat box or you can note it down. After the session, we will be having a question and answer session. In that, you will have an opportunity to interact or raise your questions to our keynote speaker. So please, either you can put it in the chat box or you can just note it down, and at the Q&A session, you can raise the questions. Thank you. Now, I would like to request Suryakant sir to take over the session from here. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Thank you very much. Most respected Professor Mallikarjunappa sir, Professor Mallikarjuna, HOD of Management Department, Registrar sir, Mrs. Chandrasekhar, all faculty members, and dear participants. Honestly, I am very much thankful to Professor Mallikarjunappa sir for joining this program and guiding the participants. I am a student, very honestly speaking. You are all professors and academicians. So my level will be of the students only, very honestly speaking. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity, and I am honored, Professor Mallikarjunappa sir. I am honored to be with you. I am honored to be with all of you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And this program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India. But my dear participant, I wish to mention here that this is not a marketing event of mutual funds. I want to make it very clear. This is purely an investor awareness program. And the purpose of such programs which are being run by SEBI and all stakeholders of security market is to sensitize not only investors, but also potential investors about the investment metrics, about the risk management, about financial planning, and how we become financially empowered. These are the basic objectives of these programs. And as Professor Chandrasekhar Mathapati has rightly pointed out, I will be very happy to answer the questions. Please start putting your questions in the chat box. And after my session is over, we will make the town hall open. Anybody can just raise the hand and can ask the question directly as well. Now, there are two segments of the session. I will try to as brief as I can because already there is around 12 o'clock and I will have to finish by max by 1 o'clock. So there are two segments of this of my session. One segment is career opportunities in security market and other segment is financial empowerment. And I am honestly very happy that the chief guest and the presidential address, Mr. Registrar, has already elaborately shared you the opportunities available in the career market, in the security market. But one thing I want to tell you all very clearly, that a journalist wouldn't be having opportunity to join security market. You have to upgrade your skill to join security market. So please be clear that you have to upskill you have to upgrade your skill, and simple MBA degree or simple professional degree will not do. This is the first thing I want to tell you. Secondly, SEBI has constituted and established a training institute, which is called National Institute of Security Market, NISM. I again repeat, National Institute of Security Market, NISM, which has been developed by SEBI by investing more than 400 crores of rupees. And the purpose of the NISM is very clear: to make professional upgrade their skill to join security market. So I will request all your faculty members also, including students, please kindly visit the website of NISM. They have conceptualized lot of online and offline courses. Most of the courses are capsulized courses only, which you can complete while pursuing your professional degree here or whatever degree you are pursuing here. And not one course, but more than one course you can pursue. So please visit the website of the NISM, identify the courses, start enrolling for those courses and completing those courses before you complete your regular degree here. Because that will give you a strength and upgraded skill to join security market. And that can be a way forward for all those who are wishing to join security market. As far as the career opportunities are concerned, the chief guest and the registrar sir have already pointed out a lot of things. But one thing I want to invite all of you, please join SEBI. I will invite all of you to please join SEBI as an officer. SEBI do recruit officers through direct recruitment, and every year, or rather almost every 2 years, public announcement, public advertisement is there. You can apply. Minimum qualification is MBA or that for CA, CAS, ICWA, CFA. So you can apply there. Open competition is there. Of course, very tough competition is here. Just to point it out, last year we had recruited 160 officers, and for that we had got 13 lakhs applications. So the level of competition you can visualize, but of course you can make it. Numbers are only numbers. If you are serious, you can definitely make it out. And SEBI also gives you very rewarding career, not only monetarily. A basic of a first level entry officer in SEBI, which is called as assistant manager, will get a package of more than 25 lakhs. So I'll invite all of you to join SEBI as an officer. Apart from SEBI, a lot of stakeholders in the security market are there, as pointed out by Registrar Sir. Exchanges are there, depositories are there, financial institutions are there, then credit rating agencies are there, then big brokers are there, and big research firms are there, which will offer you jobs and career opportunities. So please do consider, and it is not only rewarded monetarily, but also it would be satisfactory for you, because career progression is also there in all these sub branches of the security market. So please do consider joining security market. It is rewarding, but of course you have to upgrade your skill to make yourself employable in security market, and that can be done with the help of the courses available in the available at NISM. Apart from career, you can independently work like financial advisor, like mutual fund distributor, and particularly those who wish to remain in their hometown. There may be some participant who say, I'm inclined to be with my parents only. I want to have a career in security market, but that too at my place only. For those, financial advisor is a very rewarding career. Then mutual fund distributor also is coming up a very, very rewarding career. So please do consider these independent careers also, where you can work at your hometown and have a rewarding and career and satisfying, that you have channelized savings of thousands and thousands and thousands of investors, not only in security market, but beyond that as well. So that role you can also play as an advisor or mutual fund distributors. For those also, you will have to clear NISM exams, details of which you can get from NISM websites. So I again invite you, all of you, to please do consider joining security market and think seriously about it. Now, the second topic of my session is financial empowerment. And my dear friends, I will try to make it as simple as I can. I will not make it an academic session, very honestly speaking, because I want to connect with all of you. So what is financial empowerment? To me, financial empowerment is nothing but I should have money when I need the money in my life. And of course, I will be needing money for my basic needs, for my comfort, for my family obligations, and for my enjoyment of my life. So for all these things, I will need money in my life. And Mr. Chetan, money will not come to you on your own. You have to earn it. You have to work hard to earn the money. So first understand, money is very, very important in our life. And you can be financially empowered. Rather, I put it that way, respected Maliko Arjunappa sir, that financial empowerment is your right. Every individual had got right to be financially empowered. Every individual had got right to lead a comfortable life. But for that, we have to work hard. And work hard not in a 1 day or 1 year or 2 years. We have to work hard throughout our life, at least for the next 30-40 years. So please do understand that you can be financially empowered, but for that you have to work hard, and work hard will start how you manage your money. Now, definitely the first question arises from where we will get money. My dear friends, money will come to us, which we will earn, maybe through a job, maybe through a profession, maybe through business. So we will be earning money. Even students will start earning once they complete their degree. They might be joining some jobs. They might be go for some parental or ancestral business, or they might go for some profession. So you will start earning. And once you started earning, a majority of your income will go into taking care of your regular expenses. But Registrar Sir, you know it very well, and Mr. Chandrasekhar also knows it very well, that we Indians have a unique DNA. We have a unique DNA. That is, every Indian, and for that matter, every Indian family, try to take away some money out of their income which they earn. Your income might be 10,000 a month, your income might be 10 lakhs a month. But every individual, for that matter, every family try to take away some money out of their income, and the money which we don't spend out of our income and we keep it away, that is called savings. And we are all savers. And my dear friends, we should be proud of it, that Indians are still one of the best savers in the world. So saving is in our blood. It is our DNA. But three things I want to request you. Of course, there might be some repetition, what our chief guest and Registrar Sir has told, but just for the sake of emphasis, I should repeat it. Three things are necessary with regard to saving. First, start early. The month you start earning, the month you must start saving. And don't be shy of saving even a small amount of 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. Because normally what people think, if I save 1,000 rupees, what is going to happen with that? What difference it will make? My dear friends, the saving of 10,000 rupees even is going to become 10 lakhs of rupees down the line after 15, 20 years. That is why the importance of saving right from the first month when you start earning. Second thing about saving is be regular in saving. Come what may. Situation will definitely keep changing every month, every year. But you should make it a point. You should make it a commitment with yourself that come what may, I will save some amount every month. I am not quantifying what amount you should save. Some people do say 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever. I'm not prescribing anything. What my request is, please be regular in saving. You must be regular. It should not happen that this month we might have saved some amount and next month we just skip it. And after 2 months again we start saving. You have to be regular and you have to save in a very disciplined manner. Develop it as a habit. A lot of habits we do develop in our life. And so saving should also be one of the most prominent and dominant habit of your life. Second thing is be regular in saving. And third thing, keep increasing your saving with the increase of your income. Definitely your income will keep increasing over a period of time every year. So with the increase in income, we must save we must keep increasing our savings. These three things with regard to saving looks very normal, very ordinary things. Everybody participants say, we know it, sir, we know it very well. But I want to tell all of you, these three things are going to change your life forever. And these three things are the foundation of your financial empowerment. That is why I keep telling saving is the most important thing in our life. Do understand and appreciate the importance of saving. Now, the second question arises, what to do with the savings? What to do? We are savers, we will save. What to do with the savings which we are making every month? There is two options available generally with the normal middle class, salary class person. First option, which of course I know you will not go, a foolish person like me will only go. That is, I am saving, but I am putting my saving into a box at my home every month in a currency form. Or leaving that my saving account in my bank account where normally we do get our salary nowadays. Putting your savings in currency at home or leaving your saving in your bank account, my dear friends, I am using a very blunt word. It's a crime. It's a crime against yourself. It's a crime against your family. And it's a crime against our society or nation as a whole. So please never put your savings at home. Of course, emergency fund is a different thing. You can have 10,000, 20,000, 5,000 and an emergency fund at home. That's a different thing. But don't keep piling up your saving in currency at home. Then what to do? Second option is there. That is, start putting your savings into some financial or non-financial instruments. Start putting your savings into some financial and non-financial products or assets. The process of putting your savings into some instruments or products, it is called investment. And my dear friends, investment is the second step. You are safe for your financial empowerment. Your foundation stone, of course, is your savings, but you must not stop at saving. You must take second step, that is investment of savings. You have to be investor as well. Because only through investment, I again repeat, only through investment you will create wealth, not through saving. But without saving, nothing will happen. It is fact. But you must not stop at saving. You must take second step, that is investment of your savings. So you have to be investor. And normally we are all investors. Those who are earning are well aware that whatever you are doing, you must be putting your saving into one or the other products. So we are also investors. When you will start saving, you will also be invested in a normal course. But unfortunately, I don't know, respected chief guest will agree with me or not. Unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person, particularly, they just remain money accumulators in their life. They don't become wealth creators. I am using two words here, money accumulators and wealth creators. And most of us, at least in my generation, we just remain money accumulators. We didn't create wealth, which is very much essential for your financial empowerment. So what is the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation, friends? I just want to take a very simple example. And for that, I can see Mr. Ganesh or Chandra Pratap Singh is, I can see their faces. So if Mr. Ganesh, if you permit, I can take your name for the example which I am sharing with all of you, all of our participants.
Yes, sir. You can, sir.
May I take your name?
Yes, please, sir.
Thank you. Suppose Mr. Ganesh has got 1 lakh rupees with him. Of course, he might be having much more than that. But only for the example's sake, Mr. Ganesh, I am taking that you are having 1 lakh rupees with him. And you go for the bank FD for 1 year, bank fixed deposit. Why I am taking the example of fixed deposit? Only the purpose is very simple. I don't want to discourage bank FD. That is not my purpose. My purpose is to take you at the root, at the crux of the money accumulation and wealth creation. So suppose Mr. Ganesh has got 1 lakh with him, and he goes for a 1 year bank FD with a good bank, and and the rate of interest bank offers to him for 1 year bank FD is 6%. Suppose after 1 year, when we meet Mr. Ganesh and just want to know what the Mr. Ganesh, what has happened to your FD? The reply of Ganesh will be very simple but very emphatic. He feels happy. What he will say? Bank has given him 6,000 rupees as bank interest, and bank has returned back my money of 1 lakh rupees. And Mr. Ganesh is happy. Most of us always are like happy like this only. But Mr. Ganesh, you are not right. Please do understand, not Mr. Ganesh, but to all the participants, particularly students. Mr. Ganesh is not right, because whatever he earned as interest on FD for 1 year was his notional income only. That was not his real income. Please do understand what I want to convey to all of you. The 6,000 he earned as bank interest is only a notional income, because during 1 year when he had gone for bank FD, had given his money to the bank, one more development keep happening every day. And what is that, my dear friends? That is inflation. Inflation is also keep going every day with the bank FD interest which he was earning. And what is inflation, my dear friends? Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. That is inflation. So during 1 year, when he had gone for FD, suppose the inflation rate has been 5%. What does it mean? It simply means, suppose last year, had he not gone for bank FD and might have purchased some items or some goods or might have availed some services from that 1 lakh rupees, Mr. Ganesh, tell me, would you be able to get same items, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees?
No, sir. No.
I think your answer will be no, because we all know, because of inflation, prices of those items, services have increased. And suppose the inflation rate has been 5%, what does it mean? It simply means that Mr. Ganesh will have to pay after 1 year for the same goods and same services which were available to him at 1 lakh rupees. He will have to pay not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees because of inflation. Now, Mr. Ganesh, you see, in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 had been eaten by the inflation. Still, Mr. Ganesh is happy. Okay, sir, let the 5,000 be eaten by the inflation. I still have 1,000 rupees with me out of 6,000. No, my dear friends, there is another aspect of investment which you must look at. That is taxability. Most of the return on investment are taxable, except a few governmental schemes or some concession in mutual fund or security market investment as well. Most of the return on investment are taxable. In the case of FD, Mr. Ganesh, I think you must be aware that a single penny earned as interest on FD is taxable. So whatever you have earned as interest on FD is fully taxable, and that will be added to your income, and you will have to reflect it in your income tax return when you file for this year, next year. So you have to pay income tax as per your slab on 6,000 rupees which you have earned as interest on FD. Suppose, conservatively speaking, you are in 20% bracket, then you will have to pay 20% income tax as well, my dear friend. That is 20% of 6,000 means 1,200 rupees. Now you see, Mr. Ganesh, you are very happy when you earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. But in reality, you got nothing. Rather, you lost 200 rupees. 5,000 plus 1,200. Suppose I take this example forward. Suppose the rate of interest is 8% on bank FD for 1 year. Then you will be earning 8,000 on your investments. So again, taking inflation at 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600 you will have to pay as income tax. But even after inflation and taking care of inflation and tax liability, there remains 1,400. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600. And my dear friends, this 1,600 is his real income in the case when the interest rate is 8%. In the first scenario, when the interest rate was 6%, there was no real return. 6,000 what is only notional return. And my dear friends, unless and until you earn real return on your investment, your path of financial empowerment looks very difficult. So please do understand, you have to earn some real return on most of your investments. And the formula of real return is very simple. Students, if they wish to note it down, they please note it down. Real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000 or 8,000, minus inflation, that is 5,000 and 5,000, minus tax liability, that is 1,200 in the first scenario, and 1,600 in the second scenario. In the first scenario, there was no real return. In the second scenario, there was some return of 1,400 rupees. So I want to tell you clearly, please do understand the concept of money accumulation and wealth creation, because only through wealth creation you can be financially empowered. Now the question arises, why most of us are money accumulators? Definitely this question is very natural. Why most of the middle class, salary class person are money accumulators? They are not wealth creators. My dear friends, the factor is, the reason is there, and the reason lies in our mind, not outside somewhere else, but in our mind. And Registrar Sir, that reason has set in way so strongly that we don't want to listen out of it, out of this concept. And what is the reason, my dear friends? Most of the middle class, salary class person don't want to take a risk. They don't want to take risk. When my session come at this stage, there might be one or two chat box messages. Sir, tell us something about safe investment. But to my answer to those participants are very clear, rather blunt. Every investment has got some risk. Please do understand. Every investment has got some risk, bearing some governmental small saving schemes, which will not make you financially empowered. Every investment has got some risk element. Of course, the risk might, in some products, risk might be very high. In some products, risk might be moderate. In some products, risk might be very, very low. But in most of the investment product, risk is there. So please do understand, risk is inherent in most of the investment products. So you have to understand what is risk is. And what is risk? Losing my money, not getting return on real return on my investment. These are the risks. But then you have to appreciate and accept that in investment, risk is there. Because once you accept, naturally, then you will definitely think how I can minimize my risk, how I can manage my risk. Definitely everybody will think that if risk is there and I want to earn some real return on my investment, how I can manage my risk, how I can minimize my risk. Yes, my dear friends, we can minimize our risk, Mr. A. Madhan. We can manage our risk. How? By practicing it. Only 2 word, very simple formula. Very simple formula, only 2 words. The formula is think, understand, and invest. I have used only 2 words, Mr. Chandrasekhar. Think, understand, and invest. The first word I have used is think. You have to think 2 things about yourself while taking any investment decision. The first and foremost thing element you have to think is your risk appetite. How much risk you can take? What is your risk-taking capacity? And my dear friends, every individual has got different risk appetite, mind it. Because his or her income is different, his or her family obligations are different. So that is why, while taking any investment decision, we should look whether how much risk I can take. That is very important. And one more thing is there. Your risk appetite or risk-taking capacity is not a constant factor throughout your life. It keeps changing. When you are young, you can take high risk. When you cross 40, your risk appetite has become lower. When you cross 55, your risk appetite had literally become 0. So for risk appetite, age is very important factor. Rather, I encourage students and young professors and faculty members, please do take risk, because you must be aware, risk and reward proportionately. If you take high risk, there is a possibility of high reward, no guarantee at all. If somebody says that you take high risk and you will get high return, no, the statement is not true. What I want to say you, if you take high risk, then probability of getting higher returns become brighter. So first while making any investment decision, have a look at your risk appetite. Second thing is, also, you must also keep in mind the time horizon of investment. That is very important. Why it is important, friends? Because we will be needing money in life, not in one go, not in one time. We will be needing money for many milestones in our life. Many occasions we will be needing money, or rather huge money, apart from regular expenses. That is why time horizon of investment is very, very important. And it simply means that I should have money when I need the money. And when I will be needing money? Normally speaking, for marriage, I will need huge money. For purchase of house, I will need huge money. For purchase of vehicle, I will need huge money. For going on vacations, which is a normal thing nowadays with youngsters, which was not in our case, Mallikarjuna, sir, you will agree with me. But now it is very normal nowadays that people and family go on vacations every 2 or 3 years. But for that, you will need money. After that, a big thing will be happening in your life, every parental liability, whatever you say it, higher education and professional education of children, for which you will need money. Then marriage of the children, you will need money. And after that, for retirement life, you will also need huge money. So you will be needing money for these milestones, not at one time, but at different times. So your investment should broadly, I'm using the word broadly precisely, of course it is not possible, broadly conjure with your milestones. So while taking investment decision, you should see that you are investing in a product which will give you return and will give you money, your money back when you need the money for these milestones. And how this can be developed? Yes, my dear friends, it can be developed through financial plan. You have to have your financial plan. And Registrar sir, I keep emphasizing in my sessions, every individual and every Indian family must have their financial plan. It is very, very essential. And making financial plan is not a difficult thing, Chandrasekhar sir. It is not a big thing. Every normal middle class, salary class educated person can make his or her financial plan. How? Next Sunday, Mr. Ganesh, sit with your family, take a white paper, make 3 columns on the paper. In the first column, just jot down what are the milestones in your life. I have just given a number of milestones: marriage, purchase of house, purchase of vehicle, going on vacation, higher education of children, marriage of children, retirement life. In addition to whatever, if you have in mind, you add on those milestones. So in the first column, jot down all the milestones which you have in your mind. Stay in the second column, against each milestone, start putting the period when they are likely to happen. Again, estimate only, not precisely, not possible. Start putting the period. Suppose you say that I'm not married, I'm likely to be married after 2 years, put it 2 years against marriage. Again, then of course, after marriage, birth of the children, 3-4 years, then construction of the house after 5 years, purchase of car 5, 7, 10, 20, 25, 30 years last, that is retirement life. So against each milestone in the second column, put the period when they are likely to happen. And third column, which is very important, now start putting the money which you will need for your each milestone. Suppose, Mr. Madan, you say that I am not married and I am likely to be married after 2 years. Normally, Indian parents will take care of your marriage expenses. But my dear friends, at least for honeymoon package, you will have to pay. This will be the expectation of your parents, that you should have at least honeymoon package money with you. So suppose you say that I will need 5 lakhs rupees for honeymoon, put it 5 lakhs against marriage. But my dear friends, today you are contemplating that the honeymoon package will come in 5 lakhs. But when marriage will happen after 2 years, friends, the honeymoon package will cost you not 5 lakhs, but more than that because of inflation. So kindly factor in inflation while making a broad estimate of the money you required for each milestone. Now, two major milestones I want to discuss a little bit in detail with you. And the first is professional education and higher education of children. Dr. Alok Kumar, suppose you a good MBA degree from a good degree from a reputed institute, Dr. Alok Kumar, how much it will cost today? It will be around 20 lakhs today, around 20 lakhs, including everything. But it is today, Mr. Alok Kumar. But when Mr. A. Madhan's kids will go for higher education after 25 years, Mr. Madhan, for the same MBA degree, which is available at 20 lakhs rupees, will cost you not less than 2 crore rupees per child because of inflation. Mind it. So that's the reality you should accept. So you will have to have minimum 2 crore for one children, and per chance you have got 2 children, minimum 4 crore for higher education and professional education of children only. Then one more milestone I want to discuss with you, that is retirement life. Suppose Mr. Madan again, suppose your age is 30 today and you say that I am managing my monthly expenses with 30,000 today. But my dear friend, after 30,000, after 30 years, when you will likely to retire, for the same standard of living, no extravaganza, my dear friend, you will need not 30,000, but 2 lakh rupees per month, again because of inflation. So mind it, these are the realities of life. Normally we say, let us see, God will take care of us. God has sent us to here, then God will also take care of us. No, my dear friends, my opinion is different. God will not take care of you. God has sent you here, and God has given you mind and hands to work hard. So you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus, Mr. Ganesh. Because after retirement, the bank account being credited every month today will not be credited because you have retired. So for retirement life, you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus right from now. And what should be retirement corpus? Those who are in the bracket of around 30 years today, Mr. Ganesh, a thumb rule is there. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses at the time of retirement. It should be minimum 20 times, minimum. Ideally speaking, it may be even 30 times, but it should be 20 times. What will be 20 times? Suppose 2 lakhs per month, which we have just visualized. Then 2 lakhs multiplied by 12 becomes 24 or 25 lakhs per year. In the first year of retirement, you will need, multiply by 20 means minimum 5 crore rupees. You have to develop a retirement corpus when you get retired. So these are the realities of life. Don't take yourself away from these realities. Realize it. So if you make the last column of the total, Mr. Ganesh, you might be surprised that a normal middle class, salary class person of around 30 years today, they will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for their milestones. From where that money will come? Some of you might be lucky going some Amitabh Bachchan KBC show, winning 10 crore rupees at first prize. But they may be 1 or 2 only. What about the lakhs of others? What about the normal other people? Yes, my dear friends. Now I want to tell all of you, you all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees for your milestones. Provided is very important here, my dear friend. Provided you start working seriously on your savings and investment right from the first month when you start earning. Then you all will have 10 to 12 crore in your life. And the chart which we have just prepared, first column, second column, and third column, my dear friend, it is called financial plan. Why we should make financial plan? Because financial plan will give you clear, distinct idea what money you will need at what time and for what milestone. Now the goals will broadly be very clear before you as far as money requirement is concerned. That will be through financial plan only. And psychologists say, Mr. Ganesh, that those who have clear and distinct goals in their life, they work hard. That is why I keep telling in my session, please do prepare your financial plan, because that will be a directional approach that will give you direction to save more and invest in a product where you will get higher return or higher real return. Return simply means real return. I again need not repeat this thing. So financial plan is a must. The first thing you have to think about yourself, two things, your risk appetite and your time horizon of investment. The second word was to understand. You have to understand the product where you are investing. What is the product? What is the risk in that product? Whether the risk of the product broadly matches with your risk appetite. Suppose the product is very good, but the risk is very high and I can't take risk. Product otherwise is very good, giving very high return, but risk in that product is high and I can't take high risk, then product is not good, suitable for me. Simply speaking, no, I will not go for that investment because the risk is very high in the product and I don't have that risk appetite. Likewise, suppose the product will give you return after 10 years. Suppose the tenure of the product is 10 years and you want to go on a vacation or to Switzerland after 5 years. Product is very good, but that product will give you return and will give back your money after 10 years, whereas you are planning to go to a vacation is 5 years. So that product is not suitable for your vacations. So broadly match your risk appetite and time horizon with the product. Only then you will be able to have the money when you will need the money. One more thing I want to tell here is, that is power of compounding. And Registrar Sir, you must be aware, power of compounding is 8th wonder of the world. My dear friends, power of compounding is 8th wonder of the world. Please do understand the importance of power of compounding. Because it will take care of everything if you are disciplined in saver and if you are a good investor. And what is power of compounding in investor, my dear friends? Very simple. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. What is power of compounding in investment? It is nothing, my dear friends, but you have to make a promise with yourself only, that whenever any return will come, will accrue on my investment, definitely when you will invest, there will be return on your investment. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, after 5-10 years, definitely return will come. So whenever there is any return on my investment, I will never use that return for my consumption. What I will simply do, I will keep reinvesting my return every time I get it. And that process will continue for next 15-20 years. That is called growth option. Growth option simply means you are automatically reinvesting your return on investment. And my dear friends, it is a magic. It's a wonderful thing in your life if you practice it. Rather, you will have to practice it. Because if you practice power of compounding in your investments over a period of 10, 15, 20 years, you will be happily surprised that your return portion has become much bigger than your original investment. But my dear friends, that will be happening not today, not tomorrow, not in a short period of 1 or 2 or 5 years. It will keep happening after 10, 15, 20 years. That is why in investment, Give time your investment to grow. In investment, time is the essence. And in investment, patience is the essence. Have patience. Give time your money to grow. That will definitely grow, but that will take time. That is why power of compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, and we should all practice power of compounding. Now, coming to the other segment of the session, what are the products available in the market for middle class, salary class person? The first category of products available for the middle class, salary class person are governmental small saving schemes. Government is keeping some schemes alive for a middle class, salary class person where we can invest. And in these schemes, the uniqueness is that, my dear friends, that there is no risk because governmental intervention is there. Sovereign guarantee is there. But the returns are reasonable. There may not be extraordinary returns. And what are the first category of products available is governmental small saving scheme. The first one is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. A very good scheme of the government of India for the middle class, salary class person. And Mr. Ganesh, if you are a faculty member and if you are earning, and if you have not opened PPF account, please do open a PPF account as quickly as you can. And not only of yours, if you are married, of your spouse as well. Very good scheme of the government of India. And tax exemption is also allowed under section 80C of the amount whatever you have deposited in the scheme up to the extent of 1.50 lakhs. PPF, again, I am repeating the name because of the paucity of time. Public Provident Fund Account is the first scheme. Second is National Savings Certificate, NSC. I'm just mentioning the name. Those who are interested can note down the names. They can explore, they can get the details from Google and other websites. National Savings Certificate. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra. Fourth one is RBI bonds. RBI also keep issuing taxable and tax-free bonds. Fifth one is government also keep issuing and selling government securities to the public. Earlier it was not so comfortable, but Registrar Sir, last year RBI has started a dedicated website for that. That is RBI Retail Direct. RBI Retail Direct is the website which is available for public to invest in government securities. Then Government of India undertakings, big names, Railway, ONGC, NTPC, Indian Oil Corporation, Coal India, big names, hundreds of big governmental institutions are there, undertakings are there. They also keep issuing bonds and take loan from the public where you can invest. Then banks and post offices have also got a lot of savings scheme. These are all governmental, under the umbrella of governmental schemes. And the beauty of these schemes are there is no risk at all. Of course, the return is reasonable, but there is no risk at all. And I personally feel, Mr. Ganesh, that a normal middle class, salary class person should invest around 50 to 20% of their investment in governmental small saving schemes. And when you grow, your proportion to governmental scheme should automatically increase. But when you are young, a proportion of high risk products should be there more as compared to safest schemes, which are mostly governmental sponsored schemes. Beyond that, other products available in the market are private products, very honestly speaking, and that is property and real estate where you can invest. I'm not an expert, so I leave it to you to decide how much money you want to invest in property and real estate. Then gold is also an option where you can invest. But historically speaking, Mr. Ganesh, Indian families have been passionate about the particularly your female members have been passionate about the gold. Our female members will say not to talk about gold, better have gold. Better have more jewelry in what to talk of gold. But that is not a profitable proposition now, very honestly speaking. So I keep telling in my session, don't go for physical gold. It should be a day of past. It should be a matter of past now, because it is not a, it is a losing proposition. Because when you sell the jewelry after 5, 10, 15 years, you will hardly get 50% or around that amount only, because of making charges and other related expenses. That is why now Government of India has come out with a unique scheme on gold, my dear friends. And I will request all participants, even students, when they go home today, discuss this scheme with their parents, with their mother, with their sister, with their sister-in-law, which is one of the best schemes the Government of India has introduced with regard to gold. And the scheme, name of the scheme is Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. SOVEREIGN. Please note it down. Again, I am repeating. Sovereign. SOVEREIGN. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. It's a very good scheme of the Government of India. And the Government of India has put this scheme in place because of two reasons. Firstly, we are importing gold every year and spending billions and billions of dollars for precious foreign exchange, because demand is there. That is why government has to import it. So government has come out with this scheme that now you should not have physical gold with you. Instead, you should invest in sovereign gold bond scheme. And the limit of sovereign gold bond scheme is minimum 1 gram gold price you can invest, and maximum is 4 kg gold. You can individually invest in sovereign gold bond scheme. And the price of the gold at which you can make investment is the present prevailing price. You can invest in sovereign gold bond, Mr. Ganesh, online and offline both. You can invest online, and even when you invest for online, some discount is also available to you. The tenure of the scheme is 8 years. But you can withdraw your money after 4 years if you wish so. There are two benefits in this scheme. First benefit, Mr. Ganesh, government will give you 2.5% annual interest on your investment. Suppose you have invested 1 lakh rupees. So every year for next 8 years, you will get 2,500 rupees as interest. Second benefit, which is bigger one, whatever the appreciation in the gold price will also be given back to you. Suppose you have invested, Mr. Ganesh, when the gold price is 60,000 10 gram today, broadly speaking. And after 8 years, the gold price goes to 80,000 10 gram. Gold price is increasing every year, you know. So suppose after 8 years, the gold price goes to 80,000 10 gram. Then government will give you 80,000 10 gram. So there are two benefits. One is assured return of 2.5% interest, plus appreciation in the gold price will also be shared with you. And if you remain invested in that for the whole tenure of the scheme, that is 8 years, Mr. Ganesh, your tax liability will also be very, very, very minimum because of the indexation benefit applicable in this scheme. So please do consider mutual sovereign gold bond scheme while investing in gold. Apart from that, one more product is there, which the respected chief guest had elaborately pointed out about the benefits of the security market. Security market is purely knowledge-based market. And Mr. Registrar, I keep telling in my session to general public at least, don't invest your money if you don't have knowledge in the security market, at least directly. Avoid directly investing. Future and options is a very bigger thing beyond that even. Even I discouraging people to invest their hard-earned money in security market directly, because it is purely a knowledge-based market. So first go for the getting knowledge of the security market, how it functions, what are the segments, what are the risk factors. But historically speaking, security market has given you 15% annual return during last 30 years. Mind it, 15 years annual return, my dear friends, which no other product has given. But again, I repeat, it is a riskier product and purely knowledge-based market. But there is an indirect way of investing in security market and beyond. That is called mutual funds. And my dear friends, mutual fund is nothing but indirect way of investing. You are not directly investing, Mr. Ganesh, but you are giving your money to the experts. Why you are giving? Because of three reasons. First, I don't have knowledge. They people are experts in this life of investment management and all these things. Secondly, I don't have time. I got a full-time job and then family to look after. They people have got 24-hour jobs, duly backed by a wide and huge research team. Thirdly, I don't have any experience, but they experts have got huge experience, maybe 15, 20, 25 years of investment management. That is why I am giving my money to them. But the purpose is very simple, my dear Ganesh. It is not a social service. I am giving my money to them with the clear expectation of higher return on my investment. Please generate higher return for me and give back to me after deducting your expenses as per SEBI regulations. Because mutual funds are strictly regulated by SEBI. Don't worry, it is not a Ponzi scheme or chit fund. It is regulated by SEBI. Strongly regulated. Each and every aspect of the mutual fund schemes are regulated by SEBI. Their conduct, their management, their fees, everything is regulated by SEBI. So mutual fund is an indirect way of investing your money through mutual fund managers, which work under AMCs, asset management companies. But my dear friends, mutual fund doesn't mean share bazaar only. Normally people have a perception, Mr. Ganesh, that mutual fund is simply share bazaar, share market. No, in mutual fund, my dear friends, there are schemes which will invest your money in governmental securities or governmental schemes. In mutual fund, Mr. Ganesh, there are schemes which will invest your money in gold. In mutual fund, Mr. Ganesh, there are schemes which will invest your money in real estate and properties even. And in mutual fund, my dear friends, there are schemes which will invest your money in international corporates. Mr. Ganesh, you sitting at your place can invest in Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple. A lot of big names are there. You can invest sitting at your home through mutual funds because international funds are also there in mutual funds. But of course, majority of the mutual fund scheme relate to security market only, and the broad categories of schemes related to security market in mutual fund is only three broad categories are there. First is equity fund. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporates. Mind it. As the name goes, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporate. And in this equity funds, my dear friends, risk is relatively very high. Why? Because the prices of gold price go up and down every day. Prices keep changing. So the risk is high, but so is the return. Because most of the mutual funds, my dear Mr. Ganesh, last 10 years, most of the mutual funds have given return between 12 to 18%. Average I am talking about. But risk is very high. And the equity funds are suitable for two categories of investors. First, those who are young. People like you, like Mr. Madhan. Because You have got longer horizon. You have got 30, 40 years of investment. You can invest for a longer period of 5 years. Minimum period is 5 years, then 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. So in equity fund, young investors should come forward and invest. It is more suitable to them. And secondly, those who are long-term investor. For short-term investor, equity funds are not suitable at all. You should have a horizon of long-term investment, and minimum is 5 years, but ideally speaking, 15, 20, 25 years. Then second category, there are a lot of subcategories in the equity fund. I don't have time. Otherwise, next time, when Registrar Sir is interested, we will keep a dedicated session on mutual fund next time, if you are interested, because it will another take minimum 1.5 hours minimum. Second category is debt fund. In debt fund, Mr. Ganesh, your money will be given as a loan to the corporate. Understand the difference. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporates. In debt fund, your money will be given as a loan to the corporates. And when the money is given as a loan, relatively the risk is lesser as compared to equity fund, but the returns are also reasonable. So those who are satisfied with the reasonable return and those who can't take high risk, debt fund is a better proposition. And Mr. Ganesh, it is more suitable for persons who have crossed 50, 55. They should have majority of their investment in debt fund only. The third category is hybrid fund, and it comprises both of equity fund and debt market. Some of your money will go to the equity in the equity shares, and some of your money will go to the debt as debt to the corporates. So those who can take little bit high risk with the expectation of high return, but don't want to expose themselves fully, hybrid fund is a better proposition. There are a lot of subcategories in equity fund, debt fund, and hybrid fund. I don't have time. Sorry, kindly excuse me. But next time when we will have time, we will in detail discuss about these schemes. But the best way of investing in mutual fund, my dear friends, for middle class, salary class person, hardly 5-10 minutes more I will take now. Best way of investing, Mr. Ganesh, in investing through mutual fund is SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. And Mr. Ganesh, SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. It's a magic. And SIP is nothing, my dear Mr. Ravi, just like a recurring account. In recurring account, Mr. Ganesh, you are depositing every month some amount for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, whatever it might be. The same thing goes with SIP. In SIP, you can invest some fixed amount every month, and everything is done now automatically. You need not do anything every month. Just give a mandate at the initial stage, at the first stage. Then every month, money will go out of your bank account on a fixed date, and then it will be invested. So SIP is a magic. And why SIP is a magic, my dear friend? 100%, Mr. Ganesh, it is 100% worth investing only in long term. I will say it is a long term only, not short term. Short term SIP may not give you may not create wealth for you, but for long term, it will create huge wealth for you. And I give you one example. And please listen to this example very carefully. I don't want you to, I'm not saying that you must go for SIP. I leave it to you, but how SIP works, this I want to convey to all of you, Mr. Ganesh. And this example is not a story I'm telling to all of you. It is a fact. This is a factual position, but I will not tell the name of the scheme. I will not tell the name of the asset management company, because it might be a marketing of their schemes, which might be unfair on my part to name the scheme, but facts are there. And what are the facts, Mr. Ganesh? In 1995, a mutual fund company started in equity fund. Understand what I'm saying now? In minimum 15-20 years. In 1997, Mr. Ganesh, a mutual fund company started an equity fund. And a person who was very young at that time started an SIP of 10,000 rupees. Means every month he or she is investing 10,000 rupees, Mr. Girdhar. Every month he is investing 10,000 rupees in that scheme, in that equity fund. Right from 1995 to 2023 has come, my dear friend. But he's continuously investing 10,000 rupees every month through SIP. Mr. Ganesh, it is rare because normally what happens, people come when market goes up. They feel happy, they are making money. But when the market goes down, they withdraw their money, they stop SIP, and this is a blunder they do. Because I want to tell all of you, Mr. Ganesh, and you will also agree, going up and down is the basic character of the market. Market will always go up and down, going up and down. This is the basic, but long run market will go up. So don't be afraid of the movement of the market on daily basis or temporary period. Ignore the market movements. Continue investing through SIP. And SIP, so the person was investing right from, again I repeat, 1997, 10,000 rupees per month SIP, 2023 has come. Mr. Ganesh, are you interested to know the money which he has accumulated over a period of time from 1997 to 2023? Now he has a corpus of 12.48 crore. 12.4, and this is a magic, and this is a fact. Again, I am telling you, it is not a story. This is a fact. In private, I can give you the name of the scheme and the MC as well.
Sir,
So
sir,
what
if I can guess the scheme, I think it is Reliance Ambani Group, Anil Ambani Group.
No,
I've forgotten the exact.
No, sir, it is not.
No, not. Okay,
No.
okay.
Honestly, I can't make it public. Very honest, because some parts.
I can understand.
Some participant might say that you are unfairly marketing that scheme. That is not my intention. My intention is different, Mr. Ganesh. I want to emphasize here, SIP is a magic. Start SIP as early as possible. Continue with the SIP for a longer period. And Mr. Ganesh, now I got a lot of my friends who have got multiple SIPs. And all SIPs are target-oriented SIPs. One SIP for going on vacation. Second SIP for purchase of house. Third SIP for higher education of children, which will happen after 25 years. He has already started SIP for that. Fourth SIP for marriage of the children. And fifth SIP for your retirement corpus. So you can have multiple SIPs. An SIP can be opened in equity fund, debt fund, and hybrid fund, all schemes. So I want to say all of you, SIP is a magic. And for the student, my dear friend, you can start an SIP of even 100 rupees. Otherwise, the SIP minimum amount is 500 rupees. But for the students as a special dispensation, you can start an SIP of 100 rupees out of your pocket money. Please start it. But before that, don't be in great hurry. Don't go with what I am saving. Have some research. And I am telling you one website name, please note it down. Name of the website is Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Mutual Fund Sahi Hai is a website developed by MFI. It is developed by MFI. And Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Please visit that website. Lot of material about the mutual fund, how it works, what is mutual fund, what are the different categories of mutual funds, what are the risk factors, what are the expense ratio, what is the historical performance of majority of the schemes. Everything is available in that website. Please spend some time. please get some knowledge about the mutual fund. Only then you should think of starting an SIP, but don't waste so much of time. Take 2 months, take 3 months, take 3 months, but start it. And then over a period of time, after 3-4 years, you will have better idea of how mutual fund and how SIP functions. So sorry, I don't have time. Otherwise, I would have continued with the mutual fund. Last thing too, I want to tell you, Mr. Ganesh, and through you, I want to tell all the participants, we should never invest our hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. Never, my dear friends. These are all frauds. People will come to you, will promise you doubling your money in 4 years, giving you 20% interest, giving you 15% a year. They will never, because they don't have a business model, my dear friends. So please convey this message across all segment of the society. We should never invest our hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. And normally who invests, Mr. Ganesh? Not educated person, but unfortunately a segment of the society who are not so educated. Your plumber, your electrician, your maid servant, your taxi driver, your peon. Normally, because of greed only, they invest in those schemes and they lost their money. And a broad survey says, Mr. Ganesh, more than 10,000 lakhs of rupees have been lost in such bogus schemes. So I will request all of you, Mr. Ganesh, please try to advise as much people as you can that they should never invest their hard-earned money. And last thing I want to repeat, which I had told in the beginning also, Mr. Ganesh, prosperity is your right. My dear friends, prosperity is your right. It is not a luck at all. It is an effort. You have to make effort to be prosper. And we all can be prosper. I again tell all of you, don't rely on luck. Rely on your effort. Rely on your regularity. Rely on your discipline. You all can be prosper. This is my promise to all of you. And there may be some participants, Mr. Ganesh, there may be some participants who may have some thinking in back of their mind that they are not from a rich family. They are not from a good families, economically speaking. To them, I want to tell one thing. Birth in a poor family is not a curse, my dear. I again repeat, Mr. Ganesh, birth in a poor family, Mr. Madan, is not a curse at all. But living as poor and die as poor is a curse, which we all can avoid by managing our money right from the day when you start earning. We will definitely be prosper. And with that good wishes to all of you, I complete my session. I close my remarks on this. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Surikan sir. It was very knowledgeable session that we had today. We took a lot of the insights from your whole speech. Now I request the participants, if you want anybody to ask any queries to sir, I think you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions, or else you can put it in the chat box. Is there anybody queries?
Or I invite them, I invite participants, just raise their hand. We will unmute them. They can directly ask the question.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I am telling you, my dear. To become a fund manager is very honestly speaking, is a big task. But you can start with your MBA, go for the, again I repeat, go to the NISM website, identify courses, because most of the fund managers are either CA or CFA or a high degree in financial management. So additionally, they have completed most of the courses of NISM. Mallikarjunappa sir, I would be very grateful for your observation about the session, if you are there, sir.
Sir, that's really wonderful session, because I think you have put the entire thing very, very lucidly. And if the students follow your advice, they would definitely be wiser. You have told them very clearly that you need not start with 500 rupees, but even 100 rupees is sufficient. I think the student should start that. As you have put it very clearly, the markets go up, markets go down. And then if you are very disciplined investor, I'm sure as the students start at the younger age, they would be able to accumulate the amount sufficient to meet all their needs. It's a wonderful session, sir. You have put it very lucidly.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I am honored.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any question from any participants, please come forward.
My personal question is regarding what exactly your opinion regarding the investment through LIC?
My dear friends, what's your name?
Ganesh.
My dear, LIC is not an investment. Insurance is not an investment, and Mallikarjunappa sir will agree with me. Unfortunately, in our country, insurance has been sold as investment product, which it is not at all. But insurance is most important thing in our life. We must take insurance. And you are very lucky, Mr. Ganesh. Nowadays, term insurance product is available in the market, which is very cheaper, relatively very cheaper. So those who are young should go for the term insurance, take insurance, but don't treat insurance as an investment. Keep insurance and investment separately. Yes, any other question, my dear friends?
Sir, personally, I have one opinion. I don't know whether you will concur with me or not. You know, if somebody wants say insurance, they should go for pure insurance policy.
Absolutely.
You know, combining the investment with insurance, according to me, is not a good idea. Sir, if you want to go for investments, go for investment products.
You are absolutely.
Insurance, go for pure investment, say insurance product.
Sir, actually, in our times, pure insurance products were not available, very honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Only money back and endowments were available. But now term, Mr. Ganesh, I again repeat, term insurance is a pure insurance product, where you can have an insurance of 1 crore rupees by hardly paying 500, 600 rupees every month. But if you go for the money back and endowment, for the premium will of 1 crore rupee will come almost 30,000-40,000 per month, which you will not be able to pay. So, sir is very right. Please go for make insurance and investment separately. Yes. I think there are no questions now. Can we close it now?
Yes, sir. I think we can come to a conclusion. Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to have the opportunity to express my appreciation to all the dignitaries present on this one-day national webinar on financial empowerment and career opportunities in finance and security market, organized by Department of Management, Karnataka State Akkamahadevi Women's University, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India. I extend my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Professor T. Mallikarjunappa sir, for taking time for his busy schedule to be with us. Your words of inspiration and encouragement on this special day are beautiful, appreciated, sir. Thank you very, very, very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Sri Surekant Sharma, sir, Senior Consultant, AMFI, who has spared his precious time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion and enlighten all of us with innovative ideas on how to be financially empowered and the different career opportunities in finance and securities market. Sir, your words of think, understand, and invest strategy will definitely help our participants to invest in different saving schemes like what you said, like in PPF, NSC, sovereign gold bond schemes, SIPs and all. So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable suggestion. I would like to thank, I will take this opportunity to express my deep regards to Professor B.K. Tulisamala Madam, Vice Chancellor in absence, Professor B.S. Navi Sir, Registrar, for his presidential remarks, and Professor Chandrasekhar Sir, Registrar Evaluation, for being a constant source of motivation and guiding force to organize this webinar. I thank Professor Mallikarjun NL Sir, Dean, Department of Commerce and Management, Dr. C.M. Matpati Sir, co-convener of this webinar, and also the Association of Mutual Funds in India for organizing such a wonderful webinar. Last but not the least, my deep sense of thanks and appreciate goes to all the participants, research scholars, and students who have attended this webinar with a great enthusiasm and made it a great success. Thank you one and all.
My dear, on my behalf and on behalf of MFI, I feel honored to thank Professor Mallikarjunappa Sir, your Vice Chancellor, HOD Sir, Mr. Chandrasekhar, all faculty members, all staff members, and top of it, all students who have joined this program. And as you got the advice from the respected chief guest, you have to work hard for your investment. You have to work hard for your financial empowerment. And that is 100% possible. This conviction I have that you can 100% be financially empowered, but you have to make effort for it. So thank you very much. And of course, special thanks goes to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed for coordinating with the university for this program. Mr. Sabjar, thank you very much. And again, Mallikarjunappa Sir, I am thankful to you for joining this program. And next time when I happen to be in Mangalore, I will be the first. I will be very happy to meet you and come to your institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It's a wonderful session, sir. It is really wonderful. If the students have listened to that very carefully, I was just wondering if only as students we had this type of an opportunity. So the current students have all these opportunities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all. God bless you.